Installing your new Streadyrack is simple and efficient with these step-by-step instructions. First, gather the necessary tools: a box cutter, tape measure, pencil, Phillips head screwdriver, suitable drill bits, a socket driver, a power drill, and a spirit level. Ensure you have the correct sized drill bits for your installation. The package includes fixings in 2 sizes for the rack and rear tyre rest, suitable for either timber or masonry installation. If you plan to mount the rack on steel frames or other materials, check with your local hardware store to get the appropriate fixings. Do not install Streadyracks in plasterboard, gyprock or drywall. They must be installed on a structurally sound vertical surface, capable of holding the weight of the bike and rack and supporting the pivoting action. Wall plugs supplied are for masonry installation only. Your Streadyrack is pre-tensioned and will not easily pivot until it is installed. If you're installing multiple racks, especially for different sized bikes, measure each bike to ensure optimal installation height for easy loading and unloading of each bike. We recommend mounting the racks a minimum of 600mm or 23 inches apart. If staggering heights, they can be closer, around 350mm or 14 inches. For maximum pivoting capability as flat to the wall as possible, maintain at least 1200mm or 47 inches between each rack. Layout and configuration will depend on the sizes of your bikes, especially the width of the handlebars. When you open your Streadyrack, you will find the rack, associated fixings, a rear tyre rest, and the installation instructions. The package contains different sizes of fixings. Some are specifically for the rack and others for the rear tyre rest. Begin the installation by removing the rack from the box, taking off the end caps and unfolding it. Identify the top of the rack by looking for the sticker indicating it. Set the rack on the floor, then position your bike in its normal upright riding position at a right angle to the wall where you'll attach the Streadyrack. Ensure the rear tyre is firmly against the wall. Place the rack under the front tyre to simulate how it will hang on the wall. Have someone assist by holding the bike steady while you mark the position of the top centre hole on the floor with a pencil. For bikes up to 10 kilograms or 22 pounds, add an additional 50mm or 2 inches to this measurement, or 75mm or 3 inches for heavier bikes to ensure adequate ground clearance when the bike is hanging in the rack. Ideally, maintain 25 to 75mm or 1 to 3 inches of clearance between the bike's rear tyre and the floor for effortless loading and unloading. Transfer this floor measurement to the intended wall, marking the corresponding hole on the rack on the wall. This will be your guide for drilling the first hole. Use the horizontal holes for masonry installation and the centre vertical holes for mounting to timber or stud work. For timber installation, drill a pilot hole suitable for your timber type. Do not use supplied wall plugs for timber installation. After drilling your first hole, fix the Streadyrack to the wall so it hangs loosely using the supplied screws for timber or wall plug-in screws for masonry. Use a spirit level to ensure it is perfectly level. Then mark and drill all the required fixing holes. Now you're ready to securely fasten your Streadyrack to the wall, being cautious not to over-tighten the bolts. Click the end caps into place to complete the rack installation. The final step is installing the rear tyre rest. Roll your bike up and into the Streadyrack. Once the bike is securely in place, the rear wheel should remain elevated off the ground. Align the rear tyre rest so that the centre of the tyre lines up with the rear axle of your bike, indicating the exact centre of the wheel. Ensure the bike is vertically aligned with the rear tyre rest in place. Then, mark the fixing holes on the wall. Remove your bike from the Streadyrack. Drill and attach the rear tyre rest using the provided fixings. Your rack installation is now complete. Regularly inspect your Streadyrack for any signs of loosening and adjust the tightening bolts located at the top and bottom of the rack to maintain stability. For detailed maintenance tips and to ensure your Streadyrack remains in excellent condition, download the care and maintenance instructions from our website.